Welcome, welcome, friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm Coach Sarah Joy, your thyroid coach. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give it a second for everyone to get notified that I'm on. Welcome. Hi, Planner. Planner Life with 3. That's a cool name. Hi. Equity Acts in Person. Is that what it said? Sorry if I butchered that. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to be talking about thyroid and environmental toxins, and more importantly, great non-toxic swaps for your home and your kitchen. Hi, Jess. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to have a fun collaboration with Jessica at Salt and Serena, where we will be discussing all things non-toxic home, personal care, and kitchen product swaps. So if you want to give me a shout out and let me know what part of the planet you are joining me from today, I would love to hear. I am in good old San Diego, beautiful San Diego. We've had gorgeous weather this morning. It was actually kind of cold. It was perfect, but it's starting to get a little hot now. How's the weather where you're at, Jess? I know you're pretty close to me locally, which is really neat. So just giving it another second for people to get notified. There was a lot of people that messaged me and said that they were going to join. But if you have to catch the replay, that's fine too. Just really, really excited for today. Sorry, my hair is bugging. So I just want you guys to know that I just actually stumbled across Jessica. Hang on, I gotta get my phone propped up. I just happened to stumble across Jessica and her page. Also beautiful, starting to warm up. Good, yeah, it was really pretty. Hey, Nadine, thanks for joining. Just like kind of just chit-chatting for a second, waiting for everyone to join. Yeah, like I was saying, I just happened to stumble across Jessica's page, and one of her reels caught my eye, and it was a reel of her with her daughter in the kitchen, and her daughter was making like a sandwich, and she took this big piece of paper thing and like wrapped it around the sandwich, and I was like, what is that? What is she doing? And so I started reading, and I found out that it was like a beeswax wrap that she was wrapping the sandwich in. And I was like, what is that? I need to know more. So I started I kept looking, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. There are answers to problems I've been having for like years, literally years, that I've just had like this void in my life, especially when it comes to like half-eaten food. And I was like, this is incredible. This lady's incredible. And so I started reaching out to her, and she was more than happy to jump on with me today. So I'm super excited to teach you guys about these non-toxic swaps for your kitchen, especially because I know that this is a big area that we all could probably use some improvement in, but it's not talked about very often. So that's why I wanted to share it on here with my community. So I think one of the biggest areas that I struggled in was like when I would cut a watermelon in half. What do I do with the rest of the watermelon? Because I banned like plastic wrap and tinfoil out of my kitchen and out of my life like a few years ago. And I've just been kind of in this like, okay, well, what do I use? Like, what do I do? Everything, everywhere I looked was just plastic, and I didn't want to use plastic, but I didn't want to use glass. And so I always had to just cut the whole watermelon up, even if I didn't really have time, because I didn't want it to go back sitting in my fridge. So we'll jump into all of that later. But first of all, before I bring Jessica on and we start talking, I wanted to give you guys a little lesson. I prepped a little lesson about why this topic is so important, how it correlates to your overall health, especially your thyroid health. And good, I'm glad Nadine says same. Okay, good. I'm glad that this is really going to resonate with you. So it's important to me to educate you guys on environmental toxins, toxins in general, heavy metals, and all of the ways that we're actually having our health sabotaged that most people don't realize. This is a topic that I cover in my program, and I find it that important that I actually build it into my 90-day program to do a full analysis of your home, office, and car, and where hidden toxins may be sabotaging your health and actually causing you more symptoms or symptoms that you could actually be avoiding. So toxins are everywhere and they're in everything. And this includes and is not limited to plastics, air fresheners, perfumes and colognes, detergents and hair products, new cars, furniture and clothes, golf courses, parks and lawns, pesticides and herbicides on our food, insecticides in our home, toxic carpet cleaning services, toxic paint, off-gassing from our furniture, chem and contrails in the air, and more. In fact, toxins can even be grouped together by their different poison groups. There's petrochemicals, chemical neuroantagonists, food and chemicals, industrial and the domestic division chemicals, pharmaceuticals, toxic heavy metal groups, radiation groups, toxic rainfall exposure, and excess adrenaline group. So as you can see, toxins stretch far and wide and affect every aspect of all of our lives. When we are exposed to toxins, they get absorbed into our body through our lungs and our skin, and then they go into our bloodstream and they stick onto our central nervous system and nerve endings. They particularly stay on our vagus nerve and in our liver and our brain. Whether these exposures are either on accident or on purpose, we all need to be more aware of this, because with each exposure, we are ingesting toxic heavy metals like mercury, lead, and aluminum, which are called neuroantagonists, and are also hidden in ingredients such as MSG, natural flavors, and citric acid. An alloy of these metals in the brain can oxidize over time, short-circuiting neurotransmitters as they run through the neurons. Heavy metals diminish neurotransmitters and neuron function, break down electrical impulses, and can cause seizures if present in the brain and nervous system for extended periods of time. This is why dementia and Alzheimer's has skyrocketed. These toxins disrupt, burden, and strain our liver's resources and adrenal function as well. They can cause things like fatigue, anxiety, brain fog, weight gain, inability to lose weight, period problems, and more. These toxins can even get passed to our children during pregnancy, which is one reason why genes are being blamed for illnesses running in families as well. Makeup companies and personal care lines are not required to list their ingredients and are unregulated in what chemicals they can put into their products. Women are more exposed daily to these toxins since we do a lot of the cleaning, shopping, and laundry. So a good step to help overcome symptoms such as allergies, anxiety, monthly headaches during your menstrual cycle, asthma, eczema, fatigue, hair loss, brain fog, confusion, weakness, aches and pains, and a whole host of other health issues can be decreased if you bring down the environmental toxins in your home and kitchen. See, when you understand the reasons for your symptoms, it can put you on the path to feeling better by eliminating the mysteries of why you don't feel good, giving you back the power in your life. And I've always believed that knowledge is power, and when we're aware of these things and we take action to make necessary changes in our life, we are providing protection over our health and our family's health as well. So now I would like Jessica to please send me a request to join, and I'll accept it and get you on. It's crazy stuff, huh, you guys? This is my coconut water. And my fancy glass, because I don't care. I do what makes me feel good, makes me happy. All right. Here we go. There you are. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, you too. I know. I feel like I've met so many awesome friendships have started with Instagram for me, at least through my shop. So it's just so awesome.
I totally agree. I make every day, and I've made really good friends from Instagram. Uh-oh, hang on. She's frozen. Uh-oh. Maybe she's having Wi-Fi connections. Uh, technical difficulties. 1 second, everyone. I hope it doesn't drop. We'll see, we'll see. Come on. Oh no, it dropped. All right, that's okay. Just send me another request and I'll bring you back on. Bear with us, everyone. You never know what's going to happen with the internet these days. So, in the meantime, did you guys, my morning's going good. Thank you for asking. How about you? Thank you for being here. Okay, here she comes. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, we're back.
Ah, it kicked me off.
I know.
The same thing happened last time. Like the exact same thing happened last time someone invited me on their live, and like exact same thing. I don't know what's happening. It's all good.
Well, it's okay. We just roll with the punches here, so you're
Yes.
good.
Okay, good.
So why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about your story and how you created Salt and Serena and became all about non-toxic swaps, sorry, and
Yes.
what you do.
So I can actually relate to a lot of what you just said about I went through a period where I was learning a lot about toxins, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like they are everywhere. Like if you want to have a non-tox life, you have to like systematically replace everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I started Salt and Serena almost 7 years ago, and it was a clothing and accessory boutique actually. So this started as something else, and I'm a CPA, so I worked in like a male dominated field. I was a new mom. I just wasn't happy doing that. I just needed like something that was mine, I guess. So I started my shop, and then about 3 or 4 years in, I went through a really, really tough time with anxiety. I've kind of struggled with it my whole life, but I had never really lost my grip on being okay before. And it was a little bit frightening, and a lot changed for me. So during that time, I was like, I need to get better. I need to get better for myself. I need to get better for my family. And I just stopped. I stopped. I was very lucky. I had a lot of support. I stopped working. I stopped doing everything. I went to therapy. I went to doctor. I was able to do that. During this time that I kind of took for myself to not worry about anything other than my health, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about toxins. I learned a lot about taking care of our earth, and I really became passionate about it. My sister-in-law too had a lot to do with that. I feel like she's been living an eco-friendly life for much longer than I have, and I finally just clicked in my head, like, why am I not doing that? Why am I getting coffee cup, plastic coffee cups like multiple times a week when I could just as easily bring my own cup? Like it just clicked one day. So once I got better, like a whole year later, I had a decision to make about the shop, and I was like, you know what, I'm not passionate about this anymore. I'm passionate about this. And that's when Salt and Serena turned into a non-toxic, eco-friendly shop that only carries small businesses, and they're all eco-friendly alternatives that are also non-toxic. So that's kind of where it all started.
Wow, I love that. That is such a good story. You know, a lot of my friends, my coaching colleagues, and even my previous clients, there always seems to be a silver lining to illness.
Mm-hmm.
There was for me as well. You know, I wouldn't be a thyroid coach if I didn't struggle through thyroid illness for a really long time. And I always look for that with my clients. Sometimes it's really hard for them to see right up front when you're really in the thick of it and you don't feel good and you're struggling. But at the end, like you, when you can kind of take a step back and care for yourself and get through it and start feeling better, you can take a step back and go, wow, this really was for me because. And so I love that you took your passion and your newfound knowledge and joined it together into a company that is beautiful and like benefiting everyone in the world now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it really did just click. It made sense to me. And I felt like if you can make these changes little by little, before you know it, your whole lifestyle changes for the better. And so I just wanted to share that with as many people. I mean, it obviously started with me sharing it with my family and my friends, and you know, they started getting excited about it. So then I'm like, why wouldn't other people also be excited about it? Like, this stuff is beautiful, practical, and better for us. So that's, it
is.
I
it's
really
beautiful.
Yeah.
When I was looking at
Yeah,
your site, I was like, why are all of these non-toxic, eco-friendly products like gorgeous? Like the packaging is gorgeous, everything. Like, it just makes you want to buy it just simply because it's beautiful. You know, it makes you feel good just to be able to like look at it, you know? So I love that.
Yeah. It also, that I feel like that helps too, because you're excited to use this stuff. And that's the whole point, right? To use this stuff over and over and over and over again, to cut out single-use plastics when there are beautiful alternatives that you could be like, like, my lunch looks cute today kind of thing. So
yeah, exactly. It's more motivating.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I kind of split up what I was going to talk about into two different things, and I was going to start with the one you talked about, food storage, first. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, so the beeswax wrap, right? This is actually exactly what I use to cover my half watermelon. Like, this is exactly what I use, and it's organic cotton. And it's baked with beeswax and jojoba oil and different type of oils that help it stick. And then the beeswax is sticky. So it's like a bowl cover. It could be a bowl cover. You can wrap sandwiches, wraps, fruit, anything really. And you just kind of rinse it with cold water, scrub off any like crumbs, and you reuse it over and over and over and over again for over a year. And then once you're done, it's fully compostable, which is kind of like key, right? Biodegradable, technically everything is biodegradable eventually, but compostable is the one that means there's no plastic in it whatsoever. It'll break down into nothing. So these are awesome alternatives. Yeah, so if it's a lot to do with like greenwashing, like when you're out in the store trying to make the best possible decisions, and some companies make it very difficult by trying to trick you. If it says biodegradable, it doesn't really, I mean, great, but it doesn't really mean anything, because it could be biodegradable in like 500 years, and what good is that, right? So compostable is where it's at. So yeah, so this is one of my favorite ones. I think I have two, because I use one for each kid, but my kids has the other one right now. And so yeah, so I have little packs in the shop that with different sizes for different things. Some of my favorites. The key with food storage to me is that it can be reused, easy to wash, reused, and plastic free. So some more of my favorites, for example, are these food huggers. This one's for just avocados, and this one's for like all kinds of stuff. You can even cover like mason jars with it and make like overnight oats or something. Yeah, they're you can put them in the dishwasher, which means easy to clean. You can use them over and over and over again. Silicone is known for being very tolerant to use. So it should be like a one-time purchase that you use just going forward. So these are awesome. I use these. Yeah, I use these for like when I only need half an onion, I put the other half in one of these.
Yeah.
Apple, I put them in my kid's lunch with only half an apple because I know that if I give them a whole apple, I'll get half an apple back and then they won't want it. So,
Yeah.
so yes, these are very handy, and they come in 5 different sizes. You can even use the mini one for like bananas or zucchinis or cucumbers, like I'll even see it's mini.
Oh, wow. I love that. So that is one of my #1 problems is I cut a lemon in half and then I put the other lemon in the fridge, or I cut an avocado in half, I put the other out, and they just go bad and gross, especially the avocados. They get all green and
yes.
And when I look in my fridge and I see all this half open food, I'm kind of just like, ew.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So
yeah,
those, I'm definitely getting those. Yeah.
These are some of my best sellers, and it's because they work. And I make Mexican food almost every single day. Like, we eat a lot of avocado, but we don't overdo it on avocado. So it's always like half at a time. And I'll go into the fridge, grab a 2-day-old avocado in one of these, and it's barely brown, like barely. These are awesome. Love it.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And then these are some of my favorites. They're silicone bowl covers, and they come in like different sizes, and they stretch to like, stretch. So wow. I use these to cover bowls. I've even put this on a watermelon before. These are super handy if you make a lot of I make my own chai tea, and I like to make quite a bit at a time, so I don't have to make it every day. And I just cover it with one of these, keeps it nice and fresh. Oats, you can use this to cover containers, basically, the little ones. It makes it super easy if you like smoothies. These are great too, super easy. You could put these in the dishwasher. They stretch, you put them on, they're just so functional. So these are also, I highly recommend having these. I use them all the time, and everyone that I've talked about these and they got them, they've like even ordered more because they do use them and love them. So another great alternative that's plastic free.
Yes. Yeah. All the food storage ideas are up my alley. Like, I use mason jars for, like you said, my smoothies, and I have the plastic lids, but again, that's plastic, and I'm using glass, and then putting plastic on it kind of defeats the purpose. And then the other lids, are metal, and then you get the rust, and I'm like, okay.
Yes,
so
I know.
to be able to put on top of that. Yeah. Or you could, like you said, the overnight oats. Some people, like, I love making my boyfriend overnight oats for his lunch. I love doing jar salads. Is that what they're called? Salad jars. Those are really fun. So yeah, so many ideas coming at me. Yeah, that's great.
I know. And then this is like the last kind of food storage one that I love, just because it's so practical. They're just snack bags. They're lined inside, so they're super easy to clean. You can throw them in the washing machine, which I do. And I put, the kids, what do you call them? Goldfish, crackers. I put grapes in them. I use them when I want to snack out and about. And I do have larger ones for if you want to bring your a sandwich or your food in here. And these are just so you don't have to use Ziplocs anymore, which, my biggest problem with single-use plastic is that we use it for let's say average, less than a day, probably less than an hour, and it's on Earth for over 1,000 years. and we're using this stuff for minutes. And it's just,
That's all.
you know, oh, it hurts a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So any type, and I people, like, you don't have to be perfect. You know, if all your bags are dirty and you need to leave for work, yada, 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 you know, grab that Ziploc. But if 90% of the time you can get your reusable bag and, you know, put your stuff in there, it's a great option. They're super easy. Like I said, you can use a washing machine to clean. Like, they're super easy to take care of this stuff, and just keep reusing it over and over again. So those are like my favorite food storage, eco-friendly, plastic-free alternatives.
Yeah, I love that because my family thinks I'm like the weirdest person ever. Can you hear me okay? There's a little bit of a delay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, it was back.
It's a little glitchy, but hopefully it'll just work itself out. Yeah, so I put a lot of, I hate buying plastic Ziploc bags, but with, like you said, with the kids' lunches and everything, it just, like, I just haven't known any good alternatives. So now that you're showing me all of these, I love that. And, you know, I do feel bad. I rewash all of my plastic bags because I feel horrible throwing them away. And I just feel like a bad person because I'm throwing all these plastic bags away, but I don't know what else to do with them. You know, they get yucky and you just toss them.
Yeah.
So I think about these things all the time, and I haven't known how to be able to help or where to begin. So I really appreciate you showing us all of this. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be getting like pretty much one of everything. So yeah, thank you for sharing.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I love that it's not plastic
and
that the,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, you know, like you said earlier, knowledge is power, and sometimes we don't even realize things in our lives have plastic. And so how do we know to avoid, you know, ingest or having them around? And one of the facts that I kind of like share with people on why maybe it's time to start making these changes is the average person ingests 5 grams of microplastics a week. That's like the size of a credit card. We eat a credit card worth of plastic a week, and it's everywhere. It's in our water, it's in the air we breathe, and then obviously it's also like in the stuff we use, right? Sponges, conventional kitchen sponges have plastic in them. Tea bags, if they're heat sealed, they have plastic in them. Gum is plastic wrapped in sugar. You know, and so knowledge is power. You're right, 100%. I truly believe that. And that's kind of like why I want to offer these plastic free alternatives. And it's kind of like what I do on my Instagram too, is like, hey, just in case you didn't know, I didn't, gum is plastic and we're chewing plastic. So it's all about knowing it's there so we can make different choices we want to.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever I make the family nachos, I will just like shred up some, you know, grate some cheese and put it on. And they go, why don't you buy that cheese that you just melt? And I'm like, because I don't believe in eating plastic, baby. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
You know? So tell me about your candles. Tell me about the candles on your website.
Okay,
because
so
I'm in my life. I stopped burning candles years ago too, and I miss that ambiance of a candle and the, you know, pretty smells. So
yes, so I kind of made it so, like I said, the shop I only carry stuff that's eco-friendly and non-toxic stuff. So I found this woman who makes 100% coconut wax candles in, do you pronounce it Idlewild? Is that the name of the city? Idlewild. Yeah, she's in Idlewild, and she handcrafts 100% coconut wax botanical candles using only essential oils and coconut wax and dried florals that she herself like dries. So the thing with candles is the reason why they're cheap at Target and other stores is because they're made with paraffin wax, which is highly toxic in the air. And even if a candle says soy candle, if it doesn't say 100% soy, it's most likely a blend. So it still has paraffin wax in it. So the key to candles is going to be they need to say 100% soy or 100% beeswax or 100% coconut wax. You do need that 100%. Otherwise, it's a blend and it's still toxic. And you can usually tell in the price because paraffin wax is much cheaper than soy wax. So that's why soy candles are more expensive. But they also burn, it's a slower burn. They last longer. True 100% soy candles, they have a much longer burn time. So you can enjoy the candle longer. So there is that kind of like balance of, yes, it costs more, but you're enjoying it longer and it's without those toxic fumes that you're letting into your home and breathing in. So all the ones in my shop, the one that's the most popular, which I was a little surprised about actually, is the pure rose. But then when I smelled it and it just smells like fresh roses, it's beautiful and they're super cute. They're in like travel tin sizes so that the container can be reused. You can use it to organize stuff around the house. I'm super into reusing containers instead of trying to recycle them. So these are great. There's honeysuckle, rose, lavender, white sage, and then I just brought in cinnamon and spiced pine just for the fall. So they're great. They're super popular because they smell so good and then they're non-toxic.
Yeah, I was so excited to see that because, like I said, I haven't burned a candle in forever. And Mrs. Perks 12 says, "You carry my favorite candles, perfect gifts as well." And my favorite actually is rose. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get that." So yes. I'm really excited because I've only been able to find 100% beeswax candles, but they're non-scented. So they're beautiful and they burn beautiful. And I know 100% beeswax candles actually do purify the air. Like they are amazing. Beeswax is just amazing. Hands down. And, but you know, we're girls and we like the smell goods. And I did little the petals on top, and that was just so cute. So I agree, like, that would be such a cute gift. And they are really great candles. Oh, spice, pine, and rose sound amazing. I know, don't they? And the cinnamon. And so we'll be able to get like that fall Christmas, you know, like vibe going on in the house. Yes, I need to carry the spice. I need to. It always sells out so fast. They're amazing. Oh my gosh, I know. Well, okay. Well, good to know. I'll have to jump on it. And I mean, all of your products looked really amazing. But the last one that stood out to me too was your nail polish. So I noticed it had your brand name on it. So did you make that? Did you create a non-toxic nail polish?
No. So like I said, like I mentioned quickly, everything in my shop is made by a small business. I found this woman I believe she's in Michigan, who hand makes nail polish, and it's 10 toxin free. So the 10 most common harmful toxins found in nail polish, these don't have them. And so I bought some to try them. I always try stuff out before I buy it. Always, always, always. So I bought some to try it out. I wore it around to see if it lasts, if it's like a good product. It was. They're awesome. They're just like normal nail polish, only without those harmful chemicals. And I ordered some from her, and she offered to do custom labels on it. And I'm like, that's amazing. Sure, you know. So I sent her my logo, and she put them right on there. But yeah, those are I kind of I keep it to the neutral colors just because you know, my shop is still kind of small. Like I can't carry everything in every color, but I do like having a little, you know, a little bit of everything, just to show people that there are alternatives out there. So you know, my mom, for example, is someone that is always wearing nail polish, always, always, always. And now that I'm gonna cut out toxins from my life, when she paints her nails with not one of mine, I'm just like, whoa, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Where I didn't used to be sensitive at all, at all. I wasn't sensitive at all. I wore perfume every day like it was nothing because it smelled good. But now that's gone, I'm very, you know, so even then, I'll be like, Mom, you know, look, this is the color that you have, but use this one instead. So yeah, they're awesome. They were, I mean, they're just like all other nail polishes is the best way I can explain it. Like, because they stay on just as long, only without those 10 toxins. So
that's awesome.
And they're handcrafted, they're handmade. So you're supporting 2 different small businesses. So
that's amazing. And I love that aspect of it too. That is so great, because I'm tired of supporting Walmart and Target and all of these big box places. And I really want to focus on giving my love to small business owners, and especially women as well. And I just, you know, I really believe that women, we have to support each other, and we have to educate each other, and we have to, you know, women, we're the foundation of everything here. We make everything happen. We make everything run. And it's up to us to be able to make the swaps to keep our families healthy, keep ourselves healthy, keep our families healthy. And it's funny how you said that, because literally I went downstairs yesterday and one of my girls had started painting her nails at the table. And I've already made a rule, like, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to paint your nails in the house. It's just too toxic. It's too strong. I can't tolerate it. It makes me feel, it gives me a headache, you know? And so I was like, it was like walking into a wall of toxic fumes, and I was like, oh God. So I want to get that for me and then when you said your mom, you made me think of my mom. My mom literally never goes a day without nail polish on. And I've thought about that too, how that would be a really good Christmas gift for her. And then I just recently got my nails done for the first time in like over a year, because I'm scared of nail salons because of all of the toxins. Like, even just being in them and breathing everything in, like, scares me. And but you know, it's so nice, that self-care and that pampering time is so nice. So I'd love to be able to at least bring my own non-toxic nail polish and be like, can you please use this? And I know they will if you bring it. So that's really great. I love that your shop provides everything in one space, and I'm not having to search for it everywhere on the internet. And so I just appreciate you.
That's what I'm trying to do.
No, you know, it's up to us to do things like this, to educate people. You know, a lot of people just still don't get it. Like, I will not step foot in Bath and Body Works. I won't do it. I don't support that store. It's all toxic. It's all poisons. And like you said, with the spice and the cinnamon and the fall smells, but we're girls and we want our house to smell good. We want our clothes to smell good, and we love all this stuff. So this is why it's important for us to be able to share these ways to educate. But like you said, when you start going non-toxic, you got to switch over your whole life. And that can be super overwhelming. So if you're listening right now or on the replay and you haven't started this shift, please don't be overwhelmed. And please don't look at your house and be like, I have to throw everything away and start over. It's going to be hundreds of dollars. Crap, I can't do that. Just what I did is I picked one area. I started with one area of my life. And the one area that I started on, because it affected me the most, was my skincare, my lotion, my face creams, my sunscreen, my hair products, makeup, these. And she also has some really great chapstick. Your chapsticks look amazing. I love chapstick. So, right? Like, when you switched over, how did you start, like, switching your life over? How did you do that so it wasn't super overwhelming and expensive?
So I truly believe that one thing at a time is the way to go. It's literally the key to success. And if that means as you run out of stuff, replacing it with
Mm,
something that's better for you, that's perfect. Even if it takes a long
mm-hmm,
time, because as long as you're progressing towards it, you're doing amazing. So it was,
mm-hmm,
for me, it was like as I was running out of stuff. So like for example, um, oh, like a dish soap, right? I ran out of dish soap, and then I was like, there's like, no offense to Dawn, but I'm sure it's not like great,
mm-hmm.
toxin wise. Work for you, and grades products based on their ingredients and based on the company's transparency. So I was able to, when I ran out, I was able to replace it with something that I had time. I did the research and I replaced with something that was non-toxic, with plastic, and I was able to at a time. I had that, those little bit of time
Uh-oh.
to focus on that one thing. And then when I ran out of laundry soap, I did it again. So I really do recommend one thing at a time.
Yeah. Sorry, you were a little frozen and glitchy. I can hear you, but the video is a
Can you
little
hear
off.
me?
Okay, you're back. So you were frozen for a while during the majority of that, but you're back. It's okay.
Can you hear me?
Well,
Oh, I was frozen.
yeah,
For
I can
me,
hear
you're.
you, but
Oh, okay.
oh no.
I know it's, who knows what's happening, but do I need, did you miss every,
Yeah,
did I don't even know.
no, I heard what you said,
Oh,
where you
okay.
just switched one product at a time. As you ran out,
One
you did
at a
it. And
time
that's a
as it
really
ran
great way to
out. Yeah, because yeah, the most
yeah,
eco-friendly
that's a way to do.
thing.
Yeah, exactly, without it being overwhelming. And
Yeah,
so Target, even though I really want to shift to supporting small businesses more, when you're in a bind and you're out of something and you have to run to the store because you need it,
yeah,
Target is offering somewhat cleaner lines. And the one that
yeah.
yeah, the one that I really have been shifting everything to is that the generation one. What's the first name? I forget.
Seventh generation.
Yes, seventh generation. I did some research into them, and I feel like they are the cleanest line as far as like laundry detergent and cleaners and stuff that you can find if you're in a bind and you need to run to Target and like get something really fast, like for your house.
Mm.
But I encourage everyone, go to her store, go to her website, check out her products, the food storage wraps, the beeswax wraps, the avocados, the lemons, watermelons. I can't wait to get it all. And I look at your samples. I think your peppermint chapstick was calling my name too. And the
That's a good one.
non-toxic milk. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do some Christmas shopping on your site for me and my girls and my mom. And I look forward
Oh, you're so
to
sweet.
your products. Yeah. So if you want to tell everyone how they can connect with you and what your
Oh,
website
you're so,
is.
is when people buy gifts, because it means they're sharing the love. So
Okay, let's see. So can you tell everyone how,
yeah.
oh, she says honey mask. What? You got a honey mask? I gotta try that.
Oh yeah, there's a really good honey mask. It's amazing. Yeah, so I'm on everything as Salt and Sirena. Sirena is the Spanish word for mermaid. So if you forget how to spell it or anything, you can just Google what's a Spanish word for mermaid, and that's Sirena. So saltandsirena.com. I'm Salt and Sirena on Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest. And yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram just because I feel like the community I've built here is just super supportive and engaged, like active and stuff. So I'm mostly on Instagram, but I share everything from my website, like blog posts about certain, eco swaps you can make on, I do share it on Instagram being like, go read this one, or this is new, or whatever. So, and there's links from my Instagram to my website. So
Awesome. Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, go check her out. Go follow her so you can stay up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just keep an eye on you and see like any new products. And I would love to read your blogs. And I'm just really grateful that you do what you do. So thank you for being here with me today. It was really nice to meet you.
And so you're so sweet.
Yeah, since we are only like maybe 30 minutes away from each other, I'm going to have to bring you down to some vegan sushi, and we're going to have to hang out. So at the beach. Hopefully you like sushi. Uh-oh, can you hear me? I just lost your audio. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. I think her headphones might have died. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone. Poor girl. I'll message you. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Have a good day.